If you're new to trading or stuck in the same losing cycle, hear me out. I have made every one of these mistakes, and they have cost me. I'm sharing them now while I'm in the thick of things, and I can still fully relate to the struggle you might be facing. I will also be sharing strategies on how to effectively work on them, straight from personal experience. Number one on the list is overconfidence. When you're first introduced to trading, you learn everything possible. You watch YouTube, you read books, you take mentorship courses, you feel like you understand it. Therefore, you feel like you're ready to start making money. And because in the real world, maybe you're someone that learns things really quickly, and once they learn it, they apply it, they see success. They're good at school, they're good at their job. Trading then humbles you because your perception of success means you have to win or be profitable on every trade. That's not how it works. With trading, you have to lose to be able to win, because your ego is telling you progress means profit. You continue to be in that loop of chasing wins, trying to win back the money that you have lost, or you're not accepting losses quick enough, and that leads to blown up accounts. Number two is overtrading. I'm glad that I have a rule that keeps me in check, because this one can happen whether you're losing or you're winning. For example, you take one trade, it's decent profit for the day. Instead of walking away and sticking to your rules, you then continue to maybe scroll through Twitter or Instagram, and then you see people post their gains and they made 10K, or they had their biggest trading day of the year. And then that little voice is like, yeah, you should have held more. You should have taken that trade. You should take more trades. Go back and see whether there's an opportunity. Different things. And then you give in. Then you lose your profits. And then you go down the spiral of trying to make it back. And before you know it, you've taken 10 trades on the day. And by the time reality sets in, you're wondering what happened. Number three on the list is oversizing and scaling up too fast. I get it. The market is hot, it's trending, you're getting a lot of opportunities, you've had a couple green days, and you're excited at the potential of making more, that you forget you could also lose money. So then you jump from trading 2 to 3 option contracts to 10 without realizing the risk of losing, because your mind is not ready to take that loss. So when it does happen, you're not ready to accept it. So you continue to double down, and the loss becomes so big that you either blow your account or then you give back all your profits. Number 4, not understanding a strategy. Not understanding a strategy is a problem in itself. Imagine trying to learn a strategy that you fully do not resonate with, you don't understand at its core, but you are trying to learn it and you're trying to use it just because the person that taught you is making money from it. What a lot of people fail to understand, and I had to learn it, is that each strategy is unique to the individual. You'll learn a lot from people, but you have to be able to understand when to trade that strategy, and most importantly, when not to trade it. Number 5, relying on chart room signals. Discord owners are going to be mad at me for this, but the truth is you will not get the results you're looking for by relying on somebody to tell you when to enter and exit the trades. You both don't have the same amount of capital. You both don't have the same mental game to be able to withstand losses. If you don't even understand the strategy they're trading, even worse. And the scary part is, if that person doesn't show up for a month for whatever reason, you're just stuck. You haven't learned anything because you were heavily reliant on someone to tell you what to do. Now that we've talked about the 5 problems, let's talk about solutions. Overconfidence. This one is a tough one because it's a very unique challenge and it shows up differently in everybody. How to tackle it is to get to know yourself a little more. I'm working with an Olympian athlete and a mental performance coach to work through this challenge because I struggle with it. What am I doing? I am recording my entire trading session, and at the end of the day, I go back and I review it and I observe my body language, my self-talk, like my decision making, and I take notes. And then I evaluate myself with an evaluation sheet at the end of the day. It takes work. It's unique to you, but you have to tackle it. If you want me to make a video of how I'm tackling overconfidence, let me know in the comments below. Overtrading. Honestly, the only way to solve this one is by setting rules and following them. I have this rule that says you have 3 shots. You can only take the 3rd shot if the setup is an A++ textbook setup that you have seen work so many times, and it shows up before 11 a.m. Eastern time. It really does. Otherwise, you have 2 trades for the day. If the first trade is green, you can just walk away and be done, and you can take another trade. If the first trade is red, and if it's bigger loss than your average win, that's it, stop. If it's still within your daily loss limit and you see another trade that is textbook, then take the 2nd trade. And once you've taken the 2nd trade, that's it, done so. Unless conditions for the 3rd shot set up. And that rarely happens. And a pro tip is that you should make rules that you can follow and hold you accountable, but they shouldn't be restrictive. Shouldn't feel like you are in a box, because then that could also impact your performance, depending on your personality. Oversizing and scaling up is a pretty simple one to solve, because you just have to remind yourself that, hey, trading is a long-term game. If I haven't been consistent for 60 days, following my rules, applying good risk management, profitable across the board, you have no business scaling up, because what that does to you is just set you back to ground zero. Then you have to work yourself back up. I learned that the hard way in April. So wait till you're consistent for about 60 days, and then you can slowly, gradually add more size and capital behind your trades. It's like the saying, if you build your house with straws, when the wind comes, it'll blow it away. But if you build it on a solid rock, you get the point. Yeah. The solution to not understanding a strategy is just finding someone that resonates with you. A lot of new traders come in, they see someone that is making a lot of money, they gravitate towards that person because they are making a lot of money, and they try to force themselves to learn from someone that A, might not be teaching well enough, or the strategy is a little too complicated, or 3, just doesn't fit their learning style. For example, when I first started, I took Unraveler Trading's mentorship. To be honest, I took a lot of things from that mentorship, but there were still some things that I just realized, look, I'm smart, I went to school, I don't get it. So I didn't use certain things from that strategy. It's that simple. Learn from someone that you can fully take what they're teaching and you can apply it. Then I found Desi Trades. I think he runs Option Insider. Then I was like, oof. He made it simple. I was like, you're talking my language. We kind of understand, like he breaks it down in a way that my brain interprets it. It's a weird thing, but we have something in common, that this makes sense and it's straightforward. I can do it all the time because it makes sense to me. Then I found Ray Trades. He taught me, honestly, the most important part of the way I trade and understanding trends. And then to put it all together in the pot, I found my Toronto Mans, Scarface Trades, and J-Dog Trades. And then that mixture came together, and there's all these things I learned from all of them that I resonate with, and I have them back tested. Works for me. That's how you should go about it. You're not going to be able to learn one thing 100% from one trader and then be able to apply it, because trading is a unique experience. I don't know like how else to break it down. Maybe I'll make a separate video, but it's a unique experience to you. So if you don't understand the strategy and if it doesn't make sense to your brain, it's hard to consistently do that thing correctly. So yeah, find multiple people that resonate with you, you understand, you can relate to, and take something from them and apply it to your own style and personality and watch the results come. Because honestly, like, if you don't fully understand the strategy and you're able to enter the trades even before they signal it, you are just heavily reliant on somebody. And what if something happens to the person? Then you just can't take a trade, or you won't have the confidence to continue your own, and then you quit. It's just not the best way to go about it, especially when you don't understand or you haven't learned anything from the group. I tried the whole signal thing in the beginning. I think everyone does at some point in your journey. And I left it once I found out what it was. It's just meant to make you reliant on them. And if you're not learning or getting any like value from it and you're just losing money, get out. Leave it and just try and learn for yourself for real and go through the journey. Discord I am a part of. I honestly wouldn't have paid for it separately if I wasn't a part of a program that gives me monthly access to the author of the mental game of trading. I wouldn't. Because I'm someone that like wants freedom, autonomy. That's just my personality. I don't want to be heavily reliant on somebody. If something happens to them tomorrow, then yeah, I'm just looking around like, yeah, it's too dependent for me. Trading is challenging, and all 5 things I've discussed in this video are in the way of achieving your trading goals. If you learned something or you found value in this video, please like, share, and subscribe so I can continue to share my trading journey and insights with you all. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one.